BlackRock Presses OCC tracks BlackRock challenging a 20% cap on tokenized stablecoin reserves. The immediate tension is simple. BlackRock urged the OCC to remove a proposed 20% cap on tokenized reserve assets under draft stablecoin rules. That matters because stablecoin issuers, tokenized treasury funds, and ETF managers could face lower operational flexibility if the cap remains. The opening read is not a prediction. It is a map of the pressure point, the affected side, and the first signal that can confirm whether the move has substance. For this story, the useful starting question is whether the headline changes access, risk, or timing for real market participants. The first practical read is, BlackRock opposes the 20% reserve cap. The confirmed baseline is narrower than the reaction around it. The firm argued that risk should be judged by liquidity, credit quality, and maturity rather than blockchain format. That gives viewers the frame for the rest of the segment. What is actually on the table, what actor is involved, and which part of the market has to respond. A clean baseline also keeps the story from turning into guesswork. The strongest facts here are the event, the timing or level attached to it, and the practical constraint that follows from those details. In this case, that constraint is concrete. Asset quality is the core argument. It gives the card a factual anchor before the mechanism seen. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. For BlackRock Presses OCC, the mechanism matters more than the headline. A cap on tokenized reserves could limit how stablecoin issuers use tokenized treasuries and eligible ETFs. In plain English, the mechanism is the part of the story that decides whether this becomes a real change or only a temporary reaction. When liquidity, rules, access, supply, custody, security, or policy process is the driver, the surface move can look simple while the real pressure sits underneath. That is why this scene tracks the operating lever, not just the name attached to the news. The mechanism is easier to follow when it is reduced to one line. Tokenized format may face limits. The impact falls on the people and systems closest to that lever. Stablecoin issuers, tokenized treasury funds, and ETF managers could face lower operational flexibility if the cap remains. The practical consequence is not the same for every viewer. Some see a trading level, some see a compliance deadline, and others see a product or infrastructure risk. The useful distinction is who has to act, who has to wait, and who is exposed if the next confirmation does not arrive. That separates real effect from broad market noise. The affected side is not abstract here. Stablecoin reserves could lose flexibility. The unresolved part should stay separate from the confirmed part. Final reserve rules are still under review, and the compliance deadline sits beyond the immediate debate. That does not cancel the story, but it does limit how far the conclusion can go. The mistake would be treating attention, filings, forecasts, claims, support zones, or policy comments as proof of an outcome. The better read is to keep the confirmed fact in one column and the missing confirmation in another. The guardrail for viewers is, final rules are not settled. That keeps speculation from becoming the main claim. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The watch point for BlackRock Presses OCC is specific. The next signal is how the OCC treats tokenized treasuries, Treasury ETFs, and money market fund parity in final rules. If that signal appears, the story moves from setup toward follow-through. If it does not, the market has to keep pricing uncertainty instead of certainty. For viewers, the useful close is this: track the next public step, the next liquidity signal, the next official action, or the next verified product detail before treating the move as settled. The final monitor is story-specific. Treatment of ETFs is the signal.